Morning, morning, morning. Reptar's hungry. Well, there's the person that checks on me and leaves. I'll give you another minute. Hello, hello. Yeah, he seems to be pretty hungry. He tried to eat the jawbone a minute ago. So we're going to give him some lettuce here. Here we go. You want the lettuce? You want this? The rest of it's a little high.
With bells of holy, la 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 la. It's the season to be jolly, la 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 la.
She's been waiting to do that for days, I think. I did get a chuckle out of it. I'm always hassling with the park about how much cleanup they think I should be doing and mowing and all that. Somebody started mowing my lawn and picking up the leaves today. I thought I was going to get charged $35. Was upset for a half hour. They finally came in front of the window, and it's my son-in-law. Reptar, we had a little treat of meat. Huh? I think you can handle just a couple, because somebody told me I was feeding him a ton of mealworms. Look at, there's a ton of mealworms. He's so fat, they say, but look how loose his skin is. M&Ms. We have the M&M manufacturer. Hey, Mama Gnome, Drew, and Pajama Audit's Passion. She's having fun with this Zello, guys. I had my grandchildren come over. Hi, Spirit. And decorate a tree.
Hi, Spirit in the sky blue.
Here, let me put you close to the microphone so they can hear you. You may have to repeat that. Oh, never mind. You didn't. So he ate the first one right out of my hand. He was so hungry, he was chewing on that jawbone while I was in the kitchen. Now he's gorging himself. Hey, Blue Isis. You always pick a cop-related name. I think you have an issue with that. But you become part of the army. Hey, Chris Powers.
Quit starving your lizard.
Chris does a lot of great work for the community. He even feels pity on those folks who put sidewalk chalk on a sidewalk. Yeah, Chris, look way down low around the corner. You can see Mama Gnome. She's kind of Yeah, Isis, you do.
Jerry, did you shut me off? What the heck?
Does it sound like I shut her off? Will someone come to my defense? Or are you all going to say you can't hear her?
Hi, Chris.
I have like 40 pieces of pencil chalk, the big thick inch stuff, in the back of my van right now. Yeah, I think Blue Isis used to be bad donuts for cops or something like that. If you say so, why don't Blue Isis? I thought it was bad donuts for cops. I didn't know. Yes, I even have videos of Chalk America where my grandchildren do it. You got to spell the ERIC capital letters. They just looked at me. Never mind. I'm not going to explain it. I'm just going to use children to do it so I don't go to jail. I know.
Oh, don't be a chicken shit, Jerry.
Are you still hungry, Reptar? You pig? I mean lizard? I mean dragon? I mean my only friend? If you would just ID, I'll let you out of the cage. He got an appetite about 5 weeks ago. Instead of eating once a day, he'll eat 3 times a day. He'll come down and dig everything up instead of letting it lay there. So he's keeping the cage a lot cleaner. But he's 3 times the size he was when I got him. Yeah, he's using his Fifth Amendment rights. Even though he's not detained nor arrested, we have to keep him caged until he IDs. That way we'll know everything. Thanks, Mama Gnome, for stopping in. Have a great holiday season. Oh, before you go, let me show you my Charlie Brown Christmas tree. A 5 and a 7-year-old did the whole thing. Let me just get it in camera so I can kind of see. And I'm not going to change a thing. They're going to make a star for the top. Look at that. Is that beautiful? My 5 and 7-year-old grandkids put it together. Isn't that sweet? They are so adorable. Back to Din Din. Now I get to eat my breakfast. And don't forget, I have a Christmas story coming up at Christmas time. It's not as funny as it is a parable. And my son still doesn't think it's funny. No, I wasn't even going to go live this morning. They're on the mall and they're busy, and I'd rather watch them. But he was so voracious. No, I'm not going to feed you anymore. Quit looking at me. There's lettuce right there in the corner. There's still more mealworms. Stop being a pig. Clean your plate. Yeah, I saw Tornado yesterday. The water monitor just mow on this black chick. You have to go to Sasquatch's channel to watch that. DDT Grish steps in. Isn't that good? I guess PJ got bored. He's probably out having a smoke break. Oh, I had to move 3 inches. One leg. This is horrible. Torture. If everybody's getting their holidays taken care of. Well, DDT, are you talking about these? Yep. These are cheap. I'm paying $30 for 1,000 small or 2,000 small or 1,000 big live ones. This was less than $3, and he eats them just as well. It's a little funner to watch him chase the other ones down, but mealworms move like inchworms. They're kind of slow. It's the crickets that really get him going. And I used to give him freeze-dried crickets, but he seemed to lose taste for those. I thought, cool, I got this great fishing bait. I can take fishing too. No, they're freeze-dried. You can't put a hook in them without them just falling apart. He's staring me down. Oh, they won't. He turns the nose up at the dried ones. Well, you can buy this bedding right the same place you buy the worms, and I read when I was reading the reviews from the different farms to see what people were saying about them. One guy said he got into growing the mealworms, but the setup cost is really only, I guess, a cage and the bedding. So even that's a little out of my reach. But they're stopping carrying most amphibious stuff in the stores. Walmart cut back on 3 of the products. And for me to, our other big chain store is Meijer. But it's got electric carts that are painful to sit in. I don't know if they design them that way so the handicapped don't shop there, but 5 minutes in that and I'm screaming. And Northern Corruption Monitor 907, El Chapo. Well, looks like he had his fill. Do they? We have what we call waxworms up here and mousies. They call them mousy because they're like this little long 1/4 inch or so with a tail about the same length. Yeah, it's so warm here, El Chapo, that my son-in-law mowed the yard, picked the leaves up with a mower. No snow. We got a good shot of him now or not? Oh no, I can adjust it. Yeah, he said, time to do the thing I do, which is chill. He's still digesting because you can see how upright he's sitting. Until it all gets down into his gut, he'll sit up like that, then he'll lay right back down and crash like a good person. But you can see the folds in its skin. It ain't tight skin. So whoever decided to get banned from my channel that said I had a fat lizard. I love the conversation. Yeah, fish too. I had a mini reef tank that was full of invertebrates that you could sit there and watch. I had it in the living room so it gave me something to do during commercials. Look over and watch the shrimp and the starfish and the sea anemones. And I had spider crabs that were really cool. Penicillin doesn't get rid of them. But I bet you live mealworms would work great on panfish. If I could get out and fish more, I'd definitely be growing them. But I have one place I can fish that's a bridge over the Grand River. Yeah, courtesy of Amazon. That was the only thing I added to his cage when I first bought him. He sat on that petrified wood underneath there before then. When he goes to bed, he'll climb way up there till his head's right up against that suction cup, almost. The other night, he put his claw up there on it and hooked it over the edge, pulled the suction cup open in the middle of the night while he was sleeping, fell down, hammock collapsed, fell down. He didn't move for 5 minutes. I had to get up and check to see if he was even alive. Hell, it didn't even wake him up. I'm sneaking a little breakfast in. Took me hours to get up and cook it. But I brought him food in when I did, so I fed him first. Yeah, the only problem is when you turn the light off, it's pretty damn dark in there. You're supposed to run I think the light was 8 to 10 hours a day, and I usually run it up to 12, 14. He's not getting 100% of the light because the screen blocks about 50% of the rays coming through. Like if I do this, look how much brighter it got. That's all of the 60 watts. Plus, as soon as the bulb starts getting used, it starts losing how much relative rays it puts off. But at least it keeps you guys from having to look at me. So yeah, see, now he's done with it out of his throat. It's all in his stomach, and he's laying on it. The conspiracy of lizard people. Unfortunately, amphibians' bone structure will never let them run upright, which is the mutation that made humans. So they'll never be people. It takes that several mutations so that you can walk upright. Allowed to develop a voice box that created all kinds of problems. Especially some women have them too. Oh, I only got, Reptar, you only got 2 thumbs up out of that. You poor dog. You're gonna have to do more like tricks or something while you're eating. Maybe flip the food up in the air and catch it. Crazy, crazy house. Well, once you get an idea into your head and you're willing to alter reality to make that idea work, a crazy, crazy house is probably where you belong. You see, Reptar, before you usually wait a half hour to eat, and that keeps people here. But when you eat, when the stream starts, we're half hour into it, and then it's over with. You're done. You're not gonna ID. You're just gonna lay there and ignore me. But he has an infinite amount of patience. He's been forced to watch all of the impeachment inquiry hearings and been a good chap about it. Have you done any updates, El Chapo, or is there any new information to update on the dog dragging? And this probably investigated it and found out that it was the dog's fault, and they held him in a cage as punishment. I don't. I'm sorry, but all the statistics on dog cops are bad. They only get 20% convictions, so I don't see where it's worth having them. There's too many ways to break that. Oh, the dog did it on his own. Even though if I tap my foot, he'll sit down every time. That's all right, man. Don't push it. Life happens. It's not a community that holds people to keep working at it. It's liberty. You work at it when you can, and the result is a cumulative fact that together we get liberty. I don't work at all, and I still can't go to the cop shops. That's why when people get upset about the community's having problems. Well, it's not a community thing. It's an individual's efforts. They just align with reality. They align with what was in the preamble. It's our job, every person's job, to stand up for liberty. And if I were to go political and make a political prediction, I would tell you that the election in 2020 is going to be amazing, one way or the other. I hear you, Blue Isis. People are standing up all over the world right now, telling their governments that we're tired of you being in charge. We want you to work for us. Trust and verify, somebody used to tell me. Trust and verify. Or trust but verify. No, I think the reason Trump is the president is because enough people in the world, in the United States, said, I ain't doing this anymore. I mean, I've lived through Jimmy Carter getting elected, Ronald Reagan getting elected, who weren't supposed to be politicians. But history will have their say, and I think Trump is going to get some real credit. They published an article the other day, 270 accomplishments he's had in 3 years in office. And he's fought both the Democrats and the Republicans. So I think we owe him a debt. Luckily, he doesn't need any money. Whether you like a guy or hate the guy, if you don't look at the results, he's not let us down on what he promised he would do, which is crazy, crazy for a politician to follow through on. From the 80s when they told me I was going to freeze to death to the 2010s when they told me I'm going to roast to death or drown. Both sides lie. Everybody lies. I lie. I mean, even when I don't lie, I use bias to explain something, so I twist the truth. And if you're not sure, then just watch what happens between the Democrats and the Republicans. The same piece of paper with the same little lines scratched onto it means two completely different things, completely opposite of each other. If you really want to watch something funny, go on YouTube in Australia and watch their news. They have the same thing. They have all these socialist news channels, and then they have a couple other ones that just bash. And they don't have a presidential problem right now, so they're bashing the climate changers like crazy. Cooking? What are you cooking, Blue Isis? I made diced onions and julienne fries as hash browns and eggs and sausage gravy with buttered toast, lightly buttered. Stuff's like gold. Brunch? Oh, I love brunch. It comes with lots of kinds of meat usually. It's almost 1 o'clock here already. I must have gotten some sleep last night. Oh, I love frying eggs. You can do so much with the flavor of an egg by how you fry it. I'm an over easy man myself. Oh, you think it ought to be fried in bacon grease or if you got it. If not, that's why I use a little bit of sausage gravy in it with them. And I can't carry a plate to my chair, so I have to put it all in those disposable Tupperware so it all gets into one thing, anyways. I remember when I was about 6 and started spending the night at my best friend's house, and they live on a farm, so they all get up at different times and they cook their own breakfast. And he put a half a stick of butter in a small frying pan and cracked 5 eggs over them, and it's like there was more butter than eggs. And I wiped out half of the butter he left and then fried my eggs. And I'd never fried eggs before, but I knew that seemed like a lot of butter. I will do a omelet once in a while, but when I do my omelets, it takes time because I let the whipped eggs set for 20 minutes in salt. And if you do that, 15 minutes is probably good enough, but I usually wait 20 minutes. They are the fluffiest because it breaks down the separation between the white and the yolk. And they just are the fluffiest, creamiest eggs without adding milk. But I only do those usually if I have cheese and green peppers and onions to put on them. But eggs are cheap. I get them 2 packs of 18 dozen for under $3. I can make a $1.50 meal and have meat for every breakfast. Yeah, the key is enough salt in there that you normally would eat is all you need. You don't need anything extra to make them taste like salt. That's ridiculous. Salt is a flavor enhancer. If it tastes like salt, you use too much. Yeah, it makes an excellent omelet. Well, what do you think, Reptar? Should I let you get off TV since you're not going to do anything? Yeah, I like good pepper. We have a Pinsky Spice Company that is around here, and I mean their pepper is like I tried it once and went, I've never really had good pepper before. It's phenomenal. You can even order it online from Pinsky's Pensky apostrophe S, I think. And yeah, they ship it. I mean, so I give it to my brother for Christmas because he loves it so much. But yeah, pepper is important for flavor. Yeah, cooking for 53 years, I guess I've learned a few things. All right, Blue, I just want to let you go. I'm going to turn this off and go watch some other people. You have a great day. I hope everybody enjoys the holiday. Blue Isis and whoever's still listening. Maybe El Chapo's still here. Who knows? Maybe PJ walked away to have a cigarette and didn't come back. Y'all have a great day. What do we say, Reptar? We gone.